Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 European Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czech Republic. I'm Amelia Potter, joined by Rajam Ivans. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amelia. We have had a setup for these next two sessions with the B groups of the respective categories in the morning, and now we're going into the final showdown to see who comes out on top.
Yes, and what a showdown it's going to be as well. We have Georgia Sylvia Burton versus Bashu there at the top, and I'm sure it's going to be a huge fight, not counting out, of course, any other lifters in there. And we have a big opener there from Burton, 192.5, the European and world record standing at 200.5 kilos. Now, Rajam, we've seen Italy be very hard with their openers. You know, they've upped their openers, and sometimes it's been a really good idea, and sometimes it's been a little bit risky. So what do you think about this move here?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the openers move, but we have definitely seen some very aggressive plays from the Italian team, and maybe they want to set up for a European and world record on Burton's second attempt to give them that chip, and then go for a bit of a gamble on the third. We'll see, of course, how the first one moves.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that, and it's a tight race between Burton, Bashu and Van Dal, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. Those look like they'll be the podium members, but we'll see who walks away with what as the day unfolds. First out, to kick us off from the A group, we have Leah Kearney from Ireland, opening on 135 kilos. This is Leah's last competition as a junior before heading into the Opens. Very quick into the hole, nice looking opener. They actually downed it 5 kilos. So I'm wondering if warm-ups perhaps feeling a little slow.
Well, perhaps just wanting to play it safe, get that opener in. We've seen some athletes in the last few days having trouble. The platform, I've been onto the platform in between the sessions. It's very slippery up there. Of course, the spotter's trying to clean it, but after a week of competition, it can be quite tired.
Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain, 140 kilos. Nods as she stands it up, and I believe that's because she did down her opener by 5, but unfortunately 2-1, a no lift. Let's have a look at that again in the replay. This, of course, being the side that she gets the white light from.
From this side, it looks just barely enough. It would seem from the other side it did not. And pretty hard for an opener. She's going to have to go lower with it, but this one was not the easiest.
Yeah, and it was, like I said, they downed it 5 kilos, so I'm sure perhaps maybe just tweak something in the warm-ups. Let's see how she moves with her second. But now her teammate, Beatriz Fernandez from Spain, opening on 150 kilos. Moves really nicely, and 2-1, a good lift. I was wondering if she would get in any trouble for that position she was in at the end.
Yeah, one of the referees not quite satisfied with the upright position. Of course, the position, the start and the finishing position, the uprightness of the lifter during the squats, leaving a bit of room for the interpretation in the rule book.
Jury seemed to have a discussion about it, but it will remain as a good lift, but definitely something you want to keep an eye out for. Centre referee happy with it though. Alex Lahore from Belgium, 160 kilos. Competing less than 1 year. It says here she's opening up 55 kilos above her personal best.
Well, I'm sure she has hit numbers at least close to this in the gym.
Yes, I imagine so. That's a nice looking opener for Alex, and a good lift, 3 white lights. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend ever trying just 55 kilos above your personal best for the first time, but definitely not on an international platform, so bear in mind, those are numbers she's definitely hit in training. Kaya Goossens from Belgium, opening on 165 kilos. 5.5 below her personal best. What I imagine to be is a Belgian record. And that's a really nice looking opener.
Yeah, moves beautifully. It's a 2-to-1, a depth call from the center referee.
Yeah, and usually when you get whites from both sides, you're okay. I'd say maybe 8 or 9 times out of 10. And I think she'll be fine with that.
I think she'll be all right.
Svetava Hanky-Krova from Czechia, 167.5 kilos. Just seen Hanky-Krova go back there. Just forgot her wrist straps. And the thing is, you can't go onto the platform until your wrist straps are done up. The only thing you can adjust on there is your belt.
Yeah, she's going to be in a bit of a hurry here to set up. She's got 20 seconds left as she steps onto the platform.
Yeah, so you need the squat command before the time runs out. You don't need to complete the lift before the time runs out for squat, but she does need to get that squat command, and she is on the countdown now. Gets it just in time. And it causes her no issues anyway.
That was a nice moving first attempt, but of course, for any attempts following, she's gonna want to be a bit more prepared.
Yeah, I mean, if that's going to happen on any of your attempts, you do want it to be your opener, but preferably none. Now getting some really big territory with our final 3 openers. The final 3 coming from those big 3 fighting for the gold. Marie-José van Daal from the Netherlands, 172.5 kilos, opening 10 kilos below her personal best. And it's a little bit shaky. I have to say I'm kind of concerned about the depth as well, but
it's a 2-to-1. We're gonna see it from the perspective where she got the white light.
I think it's easy to mistake the depth as well when she's quite leant over like that, so it'll be easier to see here, and it does look a lot better.
It's basically the plate covers the hip crease, so you can't see quite where exactly it is.
Now 185 kilos for Anderina Bouchou from France. I believe Anderina held the squat record before Burton. And that is a beautiful opener from Anderina Bouchou. 3 white lights.
Yeah, as you said, 3 white lights, and she really has the execution of a squat that is not prone to be called for depth or anything on the limit, something like that.
Yeah, it's just really quite a beautiful squat. Our heaviest opener now from Georgia Silvia Burton from Italy, 192.5 kilos, just 8 kilos below the world record. And she's a phenomenal squatter. They've upped her opener by 7.5 kilos, as we were discussing at the beginning of the flight. So let's see how that affects her here.
The current record is hers, I believe.
It is, yeah. And it moves very well. Let's wait for the lights.
No.
Yeah, I was hesitant about saying it'd be a good lift. It looked high, so we'll look at the replay. Strength is clearly there, but she's going to have just to sink it. She really makes up a lot of ground on squat. And that concludes our opening squats with Burton and Melina Fresno without a squat on the board yet, which means that Bushu currently leading, followed by Van Dau. Now Teresa Melina Fresno from Spain looking to retake 140 kilos. It was a little tough on her opener. Needs to sink it a bit further here. Nods once again. Has she convinced the referees?
It's 3 white lights this time. From my perspective, I was not quite sure, but of course the shot we were getting from an awkward angle to judge depth, and from the side it looks way better than the first one.
Yeah, it's just in, and really you don't have to be any deeper than that. If you can get just in, really is a perfect place to be.
Well, absolutely. Any deeper, you're just extending your range of motion.
Leah Kearney from Ireland taking a 10 kilo jump now to 5 kilos below her personal best, 145 kilos on the bar. And no depth issues there whatsoever. Good lift.
3 white lights, absolutely no problem there.
Very quick into the hole, which I imagine as it gets slightly heavier means that she'll lose slight momentum. We saw the slight slowdown there, but for now it's working very well for her. Beatriz Fernandez from Spain takes a 7.5 kilo jump to 157.5. And this time a blue still from the right hand side for that finishing position, and a red from the left for depth.
Yeah, she's definitely playing with fire a bit with this style of squatting.
Yeah, we've seen lifters disqualified for this exact reason before in the past. Alex Loha from Belgium, 170 kilos. 10 kilo jump from her opener. Already surpassing her personal best.
And not the fastest, but nice and strong.
Yeah, and I'd say that looks pretty good for a second attempt. You know, it's not going to move like your opener does, and you want to make sure you still have a few kilos to add to it. Perhaps a 5 kilo jump on top of that. Kea Goossens from Belgium, 172.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump for a 2 kilo personal best. Imagine this is looking to take a new national record home with her.
Moving pretty nicely for a second attempt there.
Yeah, it's very steady. There's no real breakdown at all. It's a super smooth second attempt. Svitava Hanikarova from Czechia, 177.5 kilos. A 10-kilo jump, moving her into squat silver for the time being. With Van Daal, Burton and Bashut to follow. Podium looks more or less secured if all goes right for the top three, but team points are definitely up for grab, and Svitava can definitely grab those today. Wow, 10 kilos did not slow her down whatsoever.
Absolutely, and seeing how this moved, she might not be completely out of contention for a squat bronze, perhaps.
Absolutely, especially with Burton struggling a little bit there. Marie-Jose Van Daal, 180 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump to move from squat bronze into silver for the time being. 2.5 kilos below her personal best. She did get one depth call on her opener, so as long as she doesn't squat any higher here in her second, she should be okay. If anything, I think it looked a little bit deeper. Wow, I know nothing.
Yeah, the referees don't seem to agree with you. We're gonna have to see it from the side perspective here.
Yeah, and they have a better view than anybody at the side.
I think she just did a worse job of covering it up with the plates.
Yeah, it's a hard gig for sure. The coach goes to the jury, but they send him away, I think. Now, Giorgia Silvia Burton from Italy, retaking 192.5, got called for depth from all three referees. I'm sure she was looking to stab at her own record on her second to keep it out of reach of Bashut, but looks like it might be a fight just to get a squat in. And again, the strength is there, but was it deep enough?
Just waiting, and
this time it is 3 white lights. She's on the board, and I'm sure we'll see a stab at that world record, maybe twice on the third attempt, based on our next second attempt. We now have Andorina Bouchou from France taking a 10-kilo jump to move into squat gold and within 5.5 kilos of that world record, 195 kilos on the bar.
Come on, focus. Defend this one. Come on.
A little bit harder than her opener, but to be expected. It's a good lift. She says she was just a little bit knocked off center there, but I've seen Andorina grind through some really tough squats before.
yeah, she has the style to do it. Absolutely, so.
And as we head through to our third round of squats, everybody now on the board. It looks like we'll be looking at least one world record attempt on thirds. Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain, jumping 10 kilos to 150.
Oh, it's a hard fight, but she can stand up with it, unfortunately.
No, it's a great effort though. I think 10 kilos just a little bit overzealous, perhaps trying to end up where, or more closely to where they were planning to be after missing that first. Leah Kearney from Ireland taking a 5-kilo jump to 150 to match her personal best on her third attempt. Wow, what a phenomenal grind from Leah.
I think she went the deepest out of all her 3 attempts right here on the last one, and she really had to grind out for that one.
Just missed that on the replay, but it was a phenomenal job there from Leah.
And honestly, an interesting angle seeing her face come upwards on the screen while she grinds that out.
160 kilos for Beatriz Fernandez from Spain. Missed it on her second, looking to go up 2.5 kilos, missed 157.5. Now looking for 160.
She's gonna have to be a bit more upright than her previous one.
Yeah, and a little bit deeper as well. And I'm not sure I'm convinced, but it's not me that needs to be.
Those 3 white lights there. I think she just straightened out before starting the squat, and after finishing it, just pushed a bit higher with her chest.
Yeah, the depth looks a lot better from that angle, and it is a really difficult position to be able to tell depth from, so it doesn't really help herself. Alexois from Belgium, 172.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump from her second for a new personal best. Two and a half being the conservative choice, just making sure that they can look to collect every kilo they can.
Big fight.
Big effort there, but taking the smallest possible jump just means she didn't leave any kilos on the platform there.
Yeah, really the only other alternative in taking that 2.5 kilo jump is not coming out for the lift, and I think most lifters would rather try for the extra couple kilos. Kea Goossens from Belgium, 177.5 kilos, moving her into squat bronze for the time being. 5 kilo jump from her second, a new personal best.
Unfortunately too heavy.
And I really do think in some cases that 2.5 kilo jump is a little underutilized. Marie van Daal from the Netherlands, 180 kilos, to not getting this on her second, looking to retake it on her third to move into squat bronze ahead of Hani Karova for the time being, with Hani Karova to follow.
Believe in yourself. You got this one. Let's fight. Come on.
Wow, I'm very impressed she managed to fight that up.
Yeah, she really smashed down into the bottom position, but managed to grind out upwards.
Yeah, if you showed me the first part of that squat up until here, I wouldn't have thought she'd fight it up, but she actually did it with some considerable speed still. Moves into squat bronze, but now Svitava Hanikarova from Czechia takes a 5 kilo jump, and this will give her squat bronze, 182.5 kilos for a 0.5 kilo personal best.
Come on, let's smash this one. Come on.
Oh, and it is easy.
She absolutely smashes that.
3 white lights, a good lift, and walks away with a bronze squat medal. And she's over the moon, and so she should be. That is a lovely third attempt.
Now with 197.5. The bar is loaded.
We now have our penultimate squat, Andrina Bachou from France, opting for the, as I said, underutilized a lot of the time, 2.5 jump. She is looking for the win overall instead of overextending for that record here on squats. She's on prognosis in first, but doesn't want to lose any kilos and risk it. And it is so smooth, keeps her in squat gold. 3 white lights.
And now we will have a world junior record attempt.
Let's have a look at that again before we head into our final squat. So now, for the life of me, I can't tell you why Italy hasn't taken the chip, because that could be really useful when it comes later, but it is an exciting lift regardless. Georgia Silvia Burton from Italy, 202.5 kilos to extend her squat world record by 2 whole kilos. Got called for depth on her opener, 3 white lights on her second, and now for a world junior squat record, 202.5 kilos for Burton. Oh, and it is easy. 2 to 1, a good lift and a new world record. We'll have a look at that again and tell me what you think about them opting not to take the chip.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that as soon as I saw them put the attempt in, because
Me too, yeah.
although the France has ultimately decided to go for 197.5, they could have gone 202.5, and if the Italian got it with the lower lot number, Bouchou would get the 203 basically for free and get the chip on the Italian. I can't find. I really can't find the reason why they could have gone even 203. Looking at as to how that moved.
But of course, it means Burton walking away with squat gold, Bachou in silver, and Van Daal in bronze. We move straight through now to the 105A group. Kicking us off, Niels Cupins from Belgium with 175 kilos. We'll have to answer the question about the chip as we go through to the women's bench, but right now the men's squat. And we saw a world record there, and we might see a world record here as well.
Niels here opening at 175, 105 kilos below his personal best, obviously. Some kind of injury or some kind of external factor limiting him there. We'll see if he scratches his next attempts or tries to still squeeze a couple more kilos out of his squat, but yeah.
I was wondering why that looked so easy, but that makes a lot of sense. 235 kilos for Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark. .25 kilos below his personal best, which is a little bit more usual to what we see. Very, very easy.
I thought he was going to jump off the platform.
And I'm wondering if that's what the blue was for that little bit of a speed wobble, but we'll have a look at the replay. And I think I just saw the referee say it was for that little bar whip at the top, but not against the rules.
Oh yeah, the bar hasn't moved.
Mata Gabor Kirali from Hungary, 240 kilos for his opening attempt.
3 white lights and a good lift for the Hungarian.
Now Jr from the Netherlands, opening at 252.5.
And I can tell you that Kelpens, the Belgium, has scratched his squat attempts.
Yeah, based on his openers, it seems like he's pushing for a bench medal potentially because his deadlift opener is at 175 as well. Sylvain Heinen from the Netherlands, 252.5 kilos. I saw new European champion Betty Abora helping him warm up, so a lot of good camaraderie there in the Netherlands. Very comfortable, 3 white lights.
Yeah, it's a good lift. I thought he looked just a slightest bit unstable during the way up.
I agree, he looked as if he was a little bit off balance or wonky. Let's have a look again.
Maybe just an illusion.
We now have Kasper Szarnowski from Poland, opening 10 kilos below his personal best, 260. Pretty tough looking opener. Let's wait for the lights.
See, 2-1, depth core from the center. As you tend to say, you're okay if you get whites from the side, and I think he will be.
Yeah, and some athletes just have their hips in that angle where it does look higher from the front than it does on the sides. Tom Kenchington from Great Britain, opening on 260 kilos. Very comfortable looking opener.
3 white lights and a good lift for Kenchington.
265 now for Norway.
And we really do have some very big squatters in this flight. Dennis Molud from Norway, 265 kilos. A very relaxed Swifter. Doesn't seem to be in a rush, and he doesn't have to be, as long as he gets that start command in time.
Yeah, very comfortable opener there. It's 3 white lights.
Now have Andres Castillon from Spain, 275 kilos. A couple of really phenomenal Spanish squatters in this flight, as well as a couple of phenomenal German squatters in this flight. Really very easy.
Yeah, comfortable looking opener.
The contender for the podium now. The bar is loaded at 282.5 for Madamish from Belgium. And he did third. The bar is loaded.
Hamish Mad from Belgium, opening at 282.5 kilos. Upped it by 2.5 kilos. Chasing and fighting for those podium positions. Every kilo counts, so even upping your opener by 2.5 kilos could be the difference between making podium and not.
His weight.
Very powerful out the hole, but 2 red lights for depth.
Yeah, I was concerned about that, and with the black singlet and as the lads get a little bit bigger, the hip crease gets a little bit more lost, let's say.
From Germany, 285
Coach goes to the jury and they will review that, but now we head on to our final 3 squatters, and they are all big ones at that. Martin Brester from Germany, 285 kilos. And that will remain a no lift for Imad. A little bit slow, but very sturdy, I'd say.
And a 2-to-1 good lift. Depth call from the left-hand side referee.
Have a look at that again in the replay. So Brester straight out of the sub-juniors at 19 years old.
And from this angle, it looks pretty deep.
Yeah, this is the side he gets the white from. Now we have Björn Decker from Germany, 292.5 kilos. In comparison to Martin Brester, this is Björn's last year as a junior and is in a great position for overall first. And I'm sure on his last year as a junior, he would love to take that European title. Smooth looking opener for Björn. And 3 white lights, a good lift.
Perfect execution there.
Yeah, competed only 5 weeks ago in Malta, so a very quick turnaround. He was back in the training room just the day after or 2 days after he competed, getting ready for Euros. Now, you talk about a nice squat, and Tony Perez Barros comes to mind. 300 kilo opener from the Spanish lifter, the record belonging to himself.
He's used to big jumps. Let's see where he will finish.
And the 300 absolutely flies up. It's 3 white lights. And he's a man on a mission, it would seem here.
Yeah, he is going to fight Björn tooth and nail for that overall win. So quickly, his wrist almost couldn't keep up. It is a good lift, and it concludes our opening squats. All bar one lifter managing to get a squat in on the board. Perez Barros instantly leading. Podgecic from the B group still holding on to silver, and Decker in bronze. Head now into the second attempts. Mata Gabor Kirali leading us out with 252.5 kilos, 12.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Nice and steady. It's 3 white lights and a good lift for the Hungarian.
The second attempt of Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark. 260 kilos. It's actually a 25 kilo jump for him. Bars loaded.
260 kilos for Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark. A 25 kilo jump from his opener. It's a pretty hefty jump, even in the 105s.
Well, the opener was so fast he got a blue for the bar bouncing around on his back.
That is true. Needs a little bit more weight on that bar to slow it down, I guess. And this would match his personal best as well. Only 19 years old. Not enough weight to stop the bar wobbling. 3 white lights.
Yeah, great power there. And really no signs of slowing down, even with the 25 kilo jump there. So big things coming from this guy on the third.
Yeah, bodes very well. Kasper Sarnowski from Poland, jumping 10 kilos to match his personal best of 270 kilos. His opener was a little bit tough. So let's see if it was just some nerves he needed to shake off.
He stands it up, we'll wait for the lights here, and yeah, as I was afraid it was not deep enough. He cut quite a lot of depth, it looks from our angle here.
Yeah, it just was too high, and it was difficult as well, so I'm hoping that he can sink it further on his third, but whether he can get it back up again, it's another question. Sylvain Heijnen from Netherlands, 270 kilos, 17.5 kilo jump for Heijnen. That is a huge fight. He is glued in the middle there.
I think he might have gone too low there and lost his positioning, his tightness, and just wasn't able to push through.
275 now for Tom Kensington's second attempt.
Let's hope that is the case. He has another attempt at that on his third. Tom Kensington from Great Britain, 275 kilos, 15 kilo jump from his opener.
It's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Yeah, slowed down considerably from his opener, but you would expect to see that. Dennis Morud from Norway, taking a 15 kilo jump to 280 kilos on his second attempt.
Great power from the bottom. Needs to work a bit for it.
It is a good lift. 3 white lights.
292.5. His opening got cold depth, and he was really easy, 19 kilos. The bar is loaded.
Now Hamish Imad from Belgium got a depth call, which meant him his opener. Gone up anyway to 292.5 kilos. He is a favorite for podium, so he's really going to need, first of all, a squat on the board, but to make this jump really seemed like the sensible decision if they want to carry on fighting for that podium position. 292.5 kilos. Strength was there, needs to sink it. And it looked better than his opener, but let's see if it was.
It's 3 white lights this time. Even from our angle on the live stream, it looked way deeper than his first one, and from the side we can see again. Much better.
Yeah, and that gets him a squat on the board and keeps him in the race as well. 295 kilos for Martin Brester from Germany. A 10 kilo jump, moving into squat bronze for the time being. And he is lighter than Castillon, so he will stay there, heading into thirds. Should he make this? And that's a lovely attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift, and he has a very bright future ahead of him if this is his first year in the juniors, already fighting at the top there in the A group. Same weight remains on the bar for Andre Castillon from Spain, taking a 20 kilo jump. Won't move him into bronze as he is heavier than Brester, but puts him within reaching distance of the podium overall, which is something Brester isn't necessarily right now fighting for, but is within reach of doing so.
Another nice and solid second attempt there. 3 white lights for Castellon. And we're really in such a tight race here that any missed attempts from the top here could mean an unexpected person on the podium.
Absolutely, there are so many names in the hat, and one of which is Björn Decker from Germany, favorite at the moment for that overall title, jumping to 307.5 kilos for his second attempt, and this will take him back into squat gold from 6th, just so you have an idea of how close it is, with just Perez Barros to follow. Really lovely second attempt from Decker.
Yeah, it's 3 white lights. I'm fascinated by the way he can hold his brace in the hole despite making a little scream there. Usually you see people holding their breath.
Now Antonio Perez Barros from Spain jumps 20 kilos to 320 to put him within reaching distance of that world record. And getting this as well would secure that squat gold, I'm sure. And it is just too easy for him.
Yeah, completely in a league of his own. He already has the squat gold as Decker's third attempt comes in at 315, so
I would say I'd be very, very surprised if I didn't see 336 go on for his third attempt.
absolutely gives him the chip, gives him the record.
Yeah, and he is the person chasing Decker currently, so it'll be exciting to see Decker, of course, pulling ahead on bench, and you can see Barros leading squats with 320, Decker in silver with 307.5, and Bogdanovic from the B group still holding on to that bronze for the time being, subject to change now. Mata Gabor Kirali from Hungary, 260 kilos.
Huge fight there. And he gets it up. And it's 3 white lights.
Perfect third attempt. Keeps his position so nice as he fights through that and is rewarded with it. Sylvain Heinen from the Netherlands now retaking 270 kilos. Not sure if he was knocked out of position in the hole, as you said, on a second, or whether it was just a little too much today. Completely different lift altogether. 3 white lights.
Great recovery there from Heinen.
Yeah, phenomenal comeback, especially after missing it the way he did on his second. Really good job. Tom Kenchington from Great Britain taking a 5 kilo jump to 280 for his third and final attempt.
He was nominated all the way up in 4th, not that far behind 3rd, but this is a bit of a way below his personal best. Perhaps not his greatest day here, but we'll see how this moves.
That's definitely the right number.
Absolutely everything he had today for 280 kilos for Kenchington.
Yeah, like you said, that was every kilo he could have gotten out of today. Does lose out on a few kilos in terms of where he was nominated, but just has to do what he can today. Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark taking a 22.5 kilo jump this time round, so almost just as big as his first jump for his third and final attempt. His second still very easy.
And this time it's finally challenging for him, but he gets it in his 3 white lights.
Current world champion, sorry, his teammate Regan Stagakis. Dennis Morud from Norway, 285 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from his second. A lovely looking third from Dennis.
Yeah, great selection of a third attempt there. And he's looking relaxed as usual as he walks off the platform.
Yeah, certainly not a highly tense lifter.
The bar is loaded at 302.5. Come on.
Now have Hamish Imad from Belgium fighting for an overall position, but also here fighting for a potential squat bronze. 302.5 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his second for a almost personal best. His personal best currently at 305.
Big fight tonight. Come on, big fight.
Yeah, phenomenal third attempt there from Hamish. 3 white lights, a good lift, and moves into squat bronze for the time being.
Yeah, huge effort there.
Here, about to try to take it over him. 302.5. The bar is loaded for Andres Castellón. 7.5 kilo jump.
Andres Castellón from Spain, 302.5 kilos to move ahead into bronze. I'll be mad. On body weight.
Vamos, tú puedes, vamos.
Every kilo counts here. 7.5 kilo jump from his second.
Oh, big fight there, and he stands up with the bar.
Not easy to do, but he does it. 3 white lights, a good lift. Moves into squat bronze for the time being with Brester to follow, but more importantly, gains those extra kilos in that fight for overall podium. And like you said before, it is so close with many names in the hat. 307.5 for Martin Brester from Germany. 12.5 kilo jump, and this is to go into squat silver ahead of Decker, moving Decker to bronze and knocking Castellón off of the squat podium, with Decker and Perez Barros to follow. This will be a 2.5 kilo personal best should Martin make this.
Big squat, come on. Oh, that was a hell of an
Phenomenal
effort.
third attempt. He secures himself at the very least squat bronze, and what a bright future this young athlete has.
A huge effort from the German.
At least the bronze medal.
You can see as he reaches the top, he's shaking from all the effort.
Yeah, and he is definitely one of those big names in fight for bronze overall. Our penultimate squat now to move back into squat silver. Squat bronze already secured, but more importantly, those 7.5 kilos in that fight for overall gold. Björn Decker from Germany, 315 kilos, a match squat PB, and a silver medal on squats should he make this. Now he needs this to stay 4 kilos ahead of Perez Barros. Should they both make their third attempts, moving into bench press on prognosis.
Come on. Let's fight for it, Dana. Come on.
Oh,
Unfortunately not there, and that could hurt him later, especially with Team Spain potentially getting that chip.
we'll see now in the last attempt there. But these 7.5 kilos could be very detrimental, as you said. The fight on the top being so close.
Yeah, and speaking of kilos missed and kilos gained, these kilos gained are going to be integral for Antonio Perez Barros fighting for that overall gold. The chip is going to be really what does it for him if he can get this. 336 kilos for a new junior world squat record. What a mammoth attempt this is. 320 moved like air, 336 to break his own squat record, both European and world. for the lights. He gets the gold, he gets the record, and he gets the chip. What a phenomenal end to squats. 2 world records in the women's and in the men's. What a treat.
Absolutely amazing session here from the A groups.
And now a summary of those squats in squat bronze on body weight behind his teammate Björn Decker of Germany with 307.5 kilos. Just ahead, also from Germany on the same weight at a lighter body weight, Martin Brester, and in squat gold with a new world record of 336 kilos, Antonio Perez Barros. We're going to head into a 10-minute break now before bench press, so we'll see you then. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. We are back with the 69 kilo and 105 kilo A groups. Quick summary of the squats as we've just seen them here for the 69s. Hani Karova from Czechia walking away with squat bronze with 182.5. Bouchou from France in silver with 197.5, and with 202.5 in gold and a new world record, we have Jr&Jr. from Italy. We now head into the bench press, and kicking us off we have Teresa Melina Fresno from Spain, 75 kilos.
Nice and comfortable there for the first opener of the 69 juniors here, the A group.
3 white lights, a good lift. Alex Loire from Belgium, 80 kilos, 5 kilos below her personal best.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift. Now, just looking at the openers here, this is shaping up to be a very interesting bench press session, with our top 3 contenders being pretty closely matched and the record being very far away.
Yeah, Agata is to thank for that. She obviously holds both open and junior, both world and European records, so it all stands at 154. So it'll be a fight for medals in bench press, but not for the record. Leah Kearney from Ireland, opening on 80 kilos, 5 kilos below her personal best.
It's a 2-to-1 good lift.
Yeah, just gets a yellow from the side referee, so if we can see that angle on the replay, usually a yellow from the side on bench indicates a lift. Looks pretty okay there to me.
Yeah, if it wasn't the head, I don't know what it would be, because the glutes and the feet seem to stay firmly planted.
And it seems like it will remain a good lift in any case. 85 kilos on the bar now for Svatava Hanikarova from Czechia. 8 kilos below her personal best.
Three white lights and a wonderful first attempt there for her.
Yeah, very comfortable looking opener. Okay, Goosens from Belgium, opening 3 kilos below her personal best of 90 kilos. Or 93 kilos, opening with 90 kilos. Very comfortable.
Yeah, once again, 3 white lights and a very comfortable opening attempt, as you said.
Set up pretty wonky on the bench, almost hanging off on the left side, but still does a phenomenal job, doesn't bother her whatsoever.
Or perhaps just countering the asymmetry of her body with the asymmetry of her setup.
Whatever works. Some people are wonky and that's okay. Beatriz Fernandez from Spain, 90 kilos. 2.5 kilos below her personal best.
A very high arch there. It's 3 white lights, and I wanna see that from the front. Just regarding the elbow depth here.
I can see where you're coming from with the right elbow. It's hard to tell really whether, like I said, somebody's a little bit wonky or their elbows are high. It's fine line. Georgia Sylvia Burton opening with 100 kilos, 7.5 kilos below her best. Pretty textbook opener there from Burton.
Yeah, easy and comfortable as you want your opener to be. And she's training her co-competitors by 5 kilos here in the bench press openers. We'll see how they take their jumps.
Now Marie van Daal from the Netherlands, 105 kilos. This weight will be taken by both herself and Bouchou, but Van Daal the lighter of the two lifters.
And this is just 3 kilos below her personal best of 108.
Van Daal not really in danger of being chased off of the podium by anybody, but will be pushing for a higher medal if possible.
Needs some work, but a reasonable opener.
3 white lights, a good lift. I think a 105 opener is a pretty impressive feat.
Oh, it's all relative here in powerlifting.
Andrina Bouchou from France, 105 kilos. Our final opening attempt. And I think relative to where we are right now, it is impressive. Opening at 105.
Oh, absolutely.
Again, another pretty textbook opener there for Andrina Bouchou. 3 white lights.
Yeah, fairly comfortable there. She sinks it just a bit. I think it's to help with her elbow depth there.
And we conclude our opening attempts. All 9 lifters getting a bench on the board can continue to build and push themselves now into the second round. Van Daal leading on body weight ahead of Bouchou. And Burton currently sat in bronze with 100 kilos. Teresa Melina Fresno now, 80 kilos. Lovely soft touch.
2-1, a yellow light from the left-hand side referee. See from the side replay what could have been the issue. And I think her glutes were just about hanging on by a hair to stay in contact with the bench pad.
Leah Kearney from Ireland taking a 2.5 kilo jump to 82.5 for her second attempt.
And that's going to be a no lift.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again in the replay. I feel like just the touching point seemed a little bit off from her opener to me. You can tell that she's just shaking a little bit more. So we'll see if she can adjust something for her third. Alex Loire from Belgium, 85 kilos, a 5-kilo jump from her opener to match her personal best.
That moved very well.
Yeah, it's a nice steady second attempt. Not too much to say about that, which is a good place to be. You know, if we start making more comments, it's usually not extremely positive.
Well, the perfect competition should leave the commentators speechless.
Exactly that. Spartava Hanikarova from Czechia, 90 kilos for her second attempt.
Yeah, nice and strong second attempt there.
3 wide lights, a good lift.
And we're really seeing a lot of athletes set up more to the left side of the bench. Like,
Yeah, don't know if that's on purpose. Maybe it is for some athletes, and others it's just how they end up setting up, especially if it's not a bench that they're used to. Definitely interesting to see. Kea Goossens from Belgium, 95 kilos, 2-kilo personal best.
big grind there for Goossens.
Wow, it's a phenomenal effort.
She gets it up, and I thought she lost it. Her touch point was a bit off, and one of her hands went down an extra few centimeters.
Yeah, I think just that right side lost its way a little bit, let's say. She did get a yellow, and I can see her heel up on that right foot.
And the feet were also in completely different positions there.
Yeah, they were. I'd be surprised to see that not get picked up by the jury, but it seems like she's escaped them, which is very lucky. Beatriz Fernandez from Spain, 95 kilos, a 5-kilo jump from her opener, and a 2.5-kilo personal best. Yeah, unfortunately, just not reaching elbow depth there. I think you were a little bit concerned on her opener that that was the case.
Yeah, I saw her. She has a very high arch, but despite the high arch, she has quite a low touch point on her chest.
Yeah.
Probably because she needs to get the bar low enough, but
didn't quite catch that on the replay, but the coach has gone to the jury. Georgia Silva Burton from Italy, 105 kilos, moving her into bench press gold for the time being, as she's lighter than Bashou and Vidal. Still plenty smooth.
yeah, nice and comfortable.
3 white lights, a good lift, and moves into bench press gold for the time being, with Van Daal and Bouchou to follow, who have matched each other's jumps. As I mentioned before, Van Daal the lightest of her and Bouchou. Burton the lightest of the three. Marie van Daal from the Netherlands, 110 kilos, a 5 kilo jump and a 2 kilo personal best. This moves her from bench press silver back into gold, ahead of Burton.
Nice and strong there for Van Daal.
3 white lights and moves back into bench press gold and will stay there. As I mentioned, Bouchou, regardless whether she gets her second or not, is heavier.
Yeah, she's keeping on pace completely with her opener. No signs of slowing down there for the Dutch lady.
Anderina Bouchou from France, 110 kilos. This moves her back into bench press silver. One individual lift isn't what's on her mind though, the overall is on her mind today. And it's still very, very comfortable. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, very nice and strong. We'll see if she goes to match Van Daal or if she jumps further up.
And that concludes our second round of bench press. As we can see here, Van Daal leading on body weight ahead of Bouchou, and Burton comfortably in that bronze position for the time being.
Well, the interesting thing I'd point out here, the top 3 contenders really being separated by almost 2 kilos on body weight.
Yeah, quite a way actually. Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain, 82.5 kilos.
Still pushes up on the way down, but unfortunately too heavy today.
Bars level for Leah, 80.5.
.5 kilos for Leah Kearney from Ireland, retaking this after not getting it on her second. It seemed like her touch position was just a little bit off. One side just collapsed a little bit. So let's see if she can change something small to make a big difference. That's what it is on bench a lot of the time. Change something small, see a big difference. Not today though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looked better on the chest, but just not there today.
90 kilos for Heidi squat. Bars level.
Alex Loire from Belgium, 90 kilos for her third and final attempt. A 5 kilo jump for a new personal best.
Big 5 there,
Wow,
and she's still going.
Yeah, wow. Incredible heart.
Yeah, you have to respect the willpower of these athletes to keep going and going and grinding out these lifts. Even when they don't succeed, the effort itself is worth the applause.
92.5 kilos for Svetava Hanikarova from Czechia, landing her just half a kilo below her personal best. And that is a perfect third attempt.
It's a 2-to-1 good lift, and yeah, in Slovenian we have a saying for that if a fly sat on the bar, she wouldn't have been able to get it.
I can't see the issues with that yellow, so should be okay there. Kaya Goosens from Belgium, 97.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump from her second.
Oh, it's a big grind, big effort, but too heavy for today.
Now, after missing it on her second on elbow depth, Beatriz Fernandez has gone to 100 kilos for her third attempt. Just needs to find that elbow depth. We just missed it on the replay on her second, so let's hope she gets it this time. Very, very high arch. Again, it's still so easy, but is it deep enough?
It's a 2-to-1 no lift again this time. See if the coaches run to the jury.
But all three juror members need to be convinced for that to be changed. For now, Georgia Silvia Burton from Italy, 110 kilos, to move her from bench press bronze, which is secured, into gold, with Van Daal and Bouchou to follow. Every kilo counts here. She's chasing Bouchou and trying to keep in front of Van Daal. Biggest squatter of them all, smallest deadlifter of them all.
A very nice third attempt there for the Italian.
And moves her into bench press gold for the time being. Like I said, has already secured the bronze. Gains those 5 extra kilos heading into deadlifts. Marie-José Van Daal from the Netherlands, 112.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump to move her into bench press gold, where she will stay if she gets this. Silver currently secured.
Big battle cry there on the top. There's 3 white lights and she's over the moon. She takes the bench press gold here.
Yeah, and that won't be taken away by Bouchou. Like I said, Bouchou, the heaviest of the 3, there at the top. But Bouchou can look to move from bench press bronze into silver and gain those 2.5 extra kilos heading into deadlift. This will put her 12.5 kilos on prognosis ahead of Burton going into deadlifts. 112.5 kilos for a mat personal best and a silver bench medal. And that definitely was the number. 3 white lights, a good lift, and a silver bench press medal.
Yeah, it took some work there, but very appropriately chosen third attempt.
We now head immediately into the 105s, but before that we have a quick summary of the bench press. Burton in bronze, 110 kilos. In silver, Bouchou with 112.5. Just ahead on body weight we have Van Daal And you can see the totals of the B group there and the subtotals of the A group just underneath. But we head into the 105 kilo bench press. And we have some big openers coming up. 200 kilo opener for Bernd Decker. The world junior record standing at 233.5, just for reference. And that is also the open world record. So kicking us off, we have Kasper Sanowski from Poland, 162.5 kilos. I believe that world record belongs to René Keki from Switzerland.
A nice and comfortable opener there. It's through white light and a good lift.
Andre Caston from Spain, 162.5 kilos. 7.5 kilos below his personal best.
Absolutely flying up there for the Spaniard.
Like we said, it's a really tight race in the 105, so Castillon trying to build up some kilos here before a big deadlift, looking for a podium position. New world junior squat record holder, Tony Perez Barros from Spain, opening on 165 kilos. Currently sat on prognosis in first, ahead of Decker. And that 1 kilo chip certainly might help come deadlifts, but looking to build up as many kilos as he can here in bench press now.
A nice and comfortable opener for Perez Barros.
Tom Kenchington from Great Britain now, 172.5 kilos, upped his opener by 2.5. 20 kilos below his personal best.
Three white lights there for Tom.
Yeah, it's a nice, easy opener, not too much to say about it. Plenty left in the tank. Martin Brester from Germany, opening on 175 kilos. 7.5 kilos below his personal best. Another contender for podium overall. Every kilo counts.
And comfortable opener there for the German.
Yeah, plenty left in the tank. I imagine looking to match his personal best on the second.
And he'll be definitely looking to grab a spot on the podium come deadlifts.
Sylvain Heinen from the Netherlands, 177.5 kilos.
3 white lights and a good lift, nice comfortable opener for the Dutchman.
From Belgium. Bars deadlift. So far,
Hamish Mad from Belgium, 182.5 kilos.
things are getting closer and closer. With Spanish lifter and Martin
10 kilos below his personal best.
This is going to be a real
Currently on prognosis, sat in bronze, but a lot of people chasing his tail. I'm sure he is trying to push as close as he can get to Decker.
that's an easy one as well for a lot of guys.
That was pretty casual there.
Yeah, it was a very easy opener, very comfortable.
One thing about Kirali from Hungary at 185.
Really, it's more troubling if we see an opener that doesn't move like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matagabor Kirali from Hungary, 185 kilos.
Nothing really much to add to these openers. They are all so easy, so comfortable, and that is what we want to see.
Yeah, in an ideal world, they'll all move pretty easily. They'll get on the board, and we won't have too much to add. And that seems to be the case so far. And hopefully it remains the case for Dennis Morud from Netherlands. 185 kilos, and you can't see it, but never mind. There's a big sign in the audience, but it's not for him. It's a lovely opener, though.
Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift for the Norwegian.
No sign, but 3 white lights. Felt like an odd time to open up a huge sign for another lifter, but Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark, 185 kilos. 5 kilos below his personal best. Barely registered there. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Next difference now from Belgium, opening at 190 kilos. Bars deadlift.
Now have Niels Kuppens from Belgium, 190 kilos. Now he took his opening squat very, very light and X'd out his second and third attempt. Like we said, looking to take away a bench medal. So here's what he has come for today. Opening on his personal best. Let's see how this moves.
And moves very fast.
3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, looking at this, he definitely has the chance for a bench press medal here.
200 kilos.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, that's what he's shooting for today. Our heaviest opener of the flight now, Björn Decker from Germany, 200 kilos. Very intrigued to see how this moves. Like I said, not sure we'll get to the world record at 233.5, but that's long-standing, held by a Swiss junior, Jr&Jr.
30 seconds.
Clips the rack a little bit, but doesn't cause him any issues. It is a good lift, 3 white lights. I said I'm not sure we'll get near the record, but a girl can dream.
Absolutely. Looking at how this moved, he seems very comfortable. But on the other hand, obviously he does not want to risk losing out on any kilos here on the bench press. This is Decker's lift where he needs to get as many kilos as he can on Perez Barros.
Exactly that. You know, he's looking for the title first before pushing for anything else. And since it's the open record, you know, it's not like he can't continue to try at that later when he leaves the juniors. Head through to the second round of bench press now. Kasper Sarnowski, 170.
A bit more of a fight there.
Yeah, a lot more of a fight actually. Let's have a look at that again on the replay. Pretty difficult looking second.
His legs going all wonky there.
Andre Castellon from Spain, 170 kilos. This matches his personal best.
Two to one good lift with a yellow from the left-hand side referee.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again in the replay. Like we mentioned before, yellow usually indicating a lift.
It was certainly very close for the glutes coming off, but I think the jury won't disagree with the refereeing decision there.
175 kilos for Antonio Perez Barros from Spain, a 10 kilo jump from his opener.
It looks harder than his opener, but still, like there's at least some left in the tank.
Yeah, and Team Spain really heading into deadlifts just want to put on as many kilos as they can to mean that he doesn't have to deadlift quite as much if possible. 180 kilos for Martin Brester from Germany. In prognosis, it seems like the top three somewhat pulling away, but I wouldn't say anybody's out of the game quite yet.
Nice and solid second there for Brester. A depth call from the center referee.
Kilo jump for Tom Ketchington from Great Britain to 182.5 kilos. I'm not too sure what happened there. Seems like tried to take the bar out and it just collapsed down to his chest, but plenty of time, 24 seconds left on the clock. And even with that disturbance, manages to get it up, but two yellows. Let's have a look at the replay and have a look from the side to see if it's the glutes or if he jumped to command. I think he must have perhaps jumped the press command. Sylvain Heinen from the Netherlands, 187.5 kilos. 10 kilo jump. Three white lights, a good lift.
Dennis now 109 kilos. Bar is over.
Dennis Morud from Norway taking a 5 kilo jump to 190.
Very decent second attempt there.
3 white lights, a good lift.
Now at 109.5. That'll be a match PB. Come on. The bar is loaded. Come on, big up.
Matt Hamish from Belgium, 192.5 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener, matching his personal best. A pretty easy opener from memory.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift for a match.
Bar is loaded.
195 kilos for Mato Gabor Karali from Hungary. 10 kilo jump, and this moves him into bench press silver for the time being, with 3 lifters to follow.
Very nice second attempt there. Gets a depth call from the right-hand side referee.
Yeah, let's have a look at that in the replay. It would be that right elbow that we're looking at. What do you think about that?
I think he tucks the elbow somewhat, so it's pretty hard to tell, but the right one definitely seemed a bit higher than the left one.
200 kilos in the bar for Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark to move him into bench press gold for the time being, ahead of Dakar. 15 kilo jump from his opener, pretty sizable jump on bench press.
And the 15 kilo jump seems to be no problem there for Benjamin McIntyre. He gets a yellow though from the right hand side referee.
Yeah, we'll have a look from that side angle. This is the side he gets that yellow from. And I think he should be okay. His glutes didn't seem to lift.
Yeah, there was some light seen there in the region, but I think that was between his glutes and his hamstrings rather than under his glutes.
Niels Kuppens from Belgium, 202.5 kilos to move into bench press gold. I think this would also secure him a medal, which we know is what he came for.
It's 3 white lights and a great second attempt there.
Then with the 275.
Has the advantage, of course, of not having to fight for that overall, so he can just really push the number he wants to do as well in bench as he can. We now have our final second attempt. Bjorn Dekker taking a slightly smaller jump than I would have expected to see from him, but like we said, he's not looking to take any risks today, just collect as many kilos as he can. 7.5 kilo jump, and to be fair, it does land him 7.5 kilos below his personal best. Moves him into bench press gold for the time being and secures him a bench press medal. And it's a good lift, and to be honest, I think that's probably the right jump that they made.
Yeah, that seems a very sensible second attempt there. Just looking at how it moved. He's gonna want to be careful if he clipped the rack twice now.
Yeah, perhaps looking to set up a little bit further down. Hasn't affected him so far, but we'll see. Heading into third attempts, McIntyre sitting in bronze with 200 kilos. Kuppens in silver with 202.5, and in gold currently, Bjorn Dekker with 207.5 kilos. Head into the third round of bench press now, and kicking us off, we have Kasper Sarnowski from Poland, 175 kilos.
No big effort there, but unfortunately, no, not today.
Mondays, as they know now. Bar is loaded at 175.
.175 kilos for Andre Castillon from Spain. A new personal best, and gains those extra 5 kilos heading into deadlift to try and hopefully chase Hamish if he misses.
Oh, big effort there from the Spaniard, but just misses out.
And if the big three all get their final bench press in, I think that really will separate them quite a bit from the rest of the pack. A little bit more, close that door slightly. 180 kilos for Antonio Perez Barros from Spain to match his personal best. Keep those 5 extra kilos ahead of Dekker heading into deadlifts. Should they both make their final bench press attempt, Perez Barros will be 6 kilos ahead on prognosis heading into deadlift.
That was pretty much the exact right call for the Spanish team there.
Yeah, and I think it will be a case of just making lifts. Whoever perhaps can get as many lifts possible today, who will win. Be a game of numbers as well as strength. Tom Kenchington from Great Britain misses second of 182.5, looking to retake it here on his third.
2 calls for depth. So that's gonna be a no lift. We'll see that again on the replay. The right hand really is quite higher than the left one, but see if the jury has anything to say about that.
Yeah, and like we said, sometimes it's a case of depth versus wonkiness. Coaches go to the jury looks at it, and the jury has overruled to a good lift. Now, Martin Brester from Germany, 185 kilos. Like we said, if anybody of the top 3 messes up and he gets this, he could be there to clean up. Currently 20 kilos separates 3rd and 4th now. It's separated quite a bit since earlier. There's a huge effort.
Wow!
And he shakes his head. I think he knows that the bar might have dipped.
Yeah.
And the glutes came up.
But a monstrous effort, nonetheless, from the German.
Yeah, and I think he knew in order to get that bar up, the glutes had to come up as well, and it is a no lift. Sylvain Heinen from the Netherlands, 192.5 kilos, a 5 kilo jump for a 2.5 kilo personal best. That is a phenomenal fight from Sylvain, but just too heavy today.
A great effort there.
$197.5 kilos for Dennis Morud from Norway. 7.5 kilo jump for a 2.5 kilo personal best, getting tantalizingly close to that 200 kilo mark. Almost cruel to put 197.5 on the bar, but if that's what he has today.
If he can get it just barely, it will be the right call.
And he did jump 5 kilos from his opener to his second, and now more from his second to his third.
Yeah, it seems it was the absolutely correct decision there. Just managed to get it up.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But now he knows he can chase that 200 next time. But somebody who is looking to hit that 200 kilo milestone, Imad Hamish from Belgium. 7.5 kilo jump for a 200 kilo bench press. Currently sat in bronze overall. 7.5 kilos behind Decker, should they both make their final bench. Wow, I thought he lost it there, but he kept pushing through.
It was a huge effort from the Belgian, and he get it.
And he did it very, very well to not let that bar dip. You can see as it stops, it just stays still. It does not move down, and that is so hard to do. 4 benches remaining now. First up, Mete Gabor Kirali from Hungary, 202.5 kilos to move into bench silver for the time being, with coupons to follow.
Big fight, Patrick.
Big effort there from the Hungarian, but too heavy for him today.
which means the lifters who are currently sat on the podium for bench press will stay there, but not sure who will walk away with gold currently. Currently in silver. This will keep him here for the time being. Niels Cupins from Belgium, 205 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump. He came for a bench medal and he has collected a bench medal. We just don't know if it'll be silver or bronze yet.
With this attempt selection, I would say it tells us that the Belgian team believes the Danish McIntyre cannot get the 207.5.
And also that this might be the end of the tether for Cupins. And I think that was definitely the right call for Team Belgium. It's a good lift.
That's a very big personal best there.
And it seems like the 175 kilo squat was worth it. Now looking to move from bronze into gold ahead of Decker for the time being on body weight, with Decker to follow. Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark, 207.5 kilos. This of course will move Cupins down to bronze. $7.5 kilo jump from his second, a big personal best.
And his second was very comfortable. And he gets it up. It's 3 white lights and he moves into bench press gold for the time being, with only one man left who can push him out.
Yeah, moving Decker down to silver and Cupins down to bronze, which means Cupins definitely walks away with bronze. Decker at the very least in silver. But we will see now if he will exchange that silver for gold to match his personal best. Björn Decker from Germany, 212.5 kilos, 7.5 kilo jump from his second.
And he really needs every single one of these 5 kilos he's looking to add here.
Yeah, if he gets this, he'll be 6 kilos behind Perez Barros heading into deadlift, and 7.5 kilos ahead of Hamish heading into deadlifts. So it's not just bench gold on the line, but potentially gold overall. Like I said, the lifter who wins will make the most lifts, so this is really important. And I had a little doubt in my mind. 3 white lights, a good lift, bench press gold, and keeps himself in that fight for overall. And that's just a glitch. There wasn't that much holding on the chest or downwards movement. Now a quick summary of the bench press. Cupins in bronze from Belgium with 205 kilos. In silver, McIntyre from Denmark with 207.5 kilos. And in gold from Germany, Decker with 212.5 kilos. We're going to head into a 10-minute break now before deadlifts, where we find out who will walk away 69 kilo European champion and who will walk away 105 kilo European champion. We will see you then. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 Junior European Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. We are heading into the deadlifts with the 69 kilo and 105 kilo juniors, and a summary of the bench press. In bronze, Burton from Italy with 110 kilos. In silver with 112.5, Andrina Bouchou from France, and on body weight just ahead with the same weight on the bar, Van Daal from the Netherlands. We now head into the deadlifts to see them fight it out for the overall title. We've seen both Burton and Bouchou change their opening attempts, and that bumps them even closer to each other. Just 2.5 kilos separating the pair now. 157.5 kilos for Beatriz Fernandez from Spain. Fernandez has a personal best of 175. It's a nice, easy looking opener and a good lift. 3 white lights. We now have Alex Loire from Belgium, 167.5 kilos. Ten kilos below her personal best.
Nice and easy there. Securing her a total, putting her on the board.
Top 5 here in the 69 kg weight class.
Okay, Goossens from Belgium opening on 170 kilos.
Three white lights and a good lift for Fresno. Sorry, for Goossens.
We now have Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain opening on 170 kilos.
Yeah, took some work there. She got it up. It's 3 white lights, a good lift. But it was quite an effort.
Leah Kearney from Ireland upped her opener by 10 kilos to 170, leaving her just 7.5 kilos below her personal best.
It's a bit hard on the lockout, but reasonable opener.
Let's get a yellow from the right-hand side referee, but centre referee happy that she gave the down command, so she'll be all right with that. Svatava Hanikarova from Czechia, 170 kilos. Very popular opening weight in this flight. 4th lifter to take it. And the next 3 will be a bit of a jump up. It will all take the same weight, but for now, Svatava with 170.
Very fast there. 3 white lights. You blink and you miss the lift completely.
Yeah, it's a really comfortable opener for her. Secures her total and can now make a bigger jump to her second, which I imagine we'll see. Now, the big three at the top, all taking the same opening attempt. Both Burton and Bichou upped their openers. Van Daal always had it in at this 207.5 kilos. Again, another record held by Agnes Shitko. 248.5 is the World Open and Junior record on deadlift. Makes 207.5 look like it's nothing.
Yeah, she's very comfortable, and at these weights, they're chasing her, have both upped their openers to match hers.
$207.5 kilos for Giorgia Silvia Burton from Italy. We've gotten used to Italy upping their openers, and today is no different. Up their opener by 17.5 kilos. Now, on prognosis, pushing ahead of Bichou by 2.5. And she is lighter on body weight, so let's see how this moves. Wow.
Very comfortable.
It is a good lift, 3 white lights.
Yeah, it seems the raising of the opener was planned from the beginning.
It was, and it could be expected, although saying that, she was nominated with a deadlift of 213.5, so even with that, you wouldn't have expected as high of an opener moving so well. So we're in for a really interesting fight. The last to take 207.5, Anderina Bichou from France.
Ooh.
Ooh, seemed to drop the weight on her foot a little bit there. I hope she's okay.
That must have hurt, and I was afraid of something like that happening because the platform is getting very slippery.
Just yeah,
Oh,
feet
God.
slip out. Luckily, the saving grace, I suppose, it was on the second bounce, so not the full force of it, but hopefully she is okay. Obviously fighting for that gold overall, but safety first. And that concludes our opening attempts with all 9 lifters getting a deadlift on the board. Burton leading on body weight ahead of Van Daal and Bichou. All the same number, only separated by body weight. Beatriz Fernandez from Spain, 170 kilos, a 12.5 kilo jump.
A bit more work than the first one, but very solid moving second attempt there.
Alex Loire from Belgium, 177.5 kilos, a 10 kilo jump to match her personal best.
Moves pretty solid for a second attempt. And we can see lifters moving the bar further to the front or to the back of the platform to try and stay out of that worn out slippery part.
Just the bra being brushed down there. In between third attempts, it is brushed down automatically, but lifters and coaches can ask for it to be done at any point. Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 177.5. It is slow, but it's moving.
I'd call that consistent.
Yeah, and conventional tends to be a deadlift where you can grind through a bit easier than sumo. So if that was moving at that speed in the sumo, I'd say they were near the end, but in conventional you certainly can see some big grinds. Leah Kearney from Ireland, 180 kilos, a 10 kilo jump for a 2.5 kilo personal best. Really firing herself up there for her second pull. This will match her best total on her second deadlift.
Come on, Leah. Come on.
Big fight there.
Yeah, and it was not easy, but 2-1, a good lift.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
Yeah, dare I say, even with conventional, that perhaps might be a limit lift. What do you think?
Limit, or at least very, very close to the limit.
Yeah,
We'll
but
see if she can just get that extra hit of the adrenaline for her third, maybe get a couple kilos more up, but
that's it, exactly. It'll be a couple kilos, if anything, but that was a phenomenal fight from her. We now have Svartava Hanikarova from Czechia, 180 kilos, and center referee just making sure that the bar is cleaned and moved back to the middle of the platform. Just want to take this moment to thank our sponsors, SBD, ESN, and Visit Malta. Without them, none of this would be possible. And now the bar is loaded for Hanikarova, 180 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from her opener, which was very comfortable. And it's still so quick. Seemed a little bit nervous before that one, but had no need to be really.
yeah, just gathering herself up. Really fast pull there.
Kaya Goosens from Belgium, 185 kilo, a 15 kilo jump for a 5 kilo personal best. Pretty big jump we're seeing here.
Come on, Leah.
It takes a bit of work to lock it out, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Yeah, slowed down towards lockout, as you expect to see with a conventional, but like you said, it looked very good. Georgia Silvia Burton from Italy is now taking a 10 kilo jump to 217.5. Bashu and Burton matching each other jump for jump. And Bashu is going to need to do more than that to pull ahead of Burton. Team France, I think, hoping Team Italy don't have as much in the tank as they. But 207 was very quick. This will be a huge personal best for Burton on her second.
And it moves very fast.
Plenty left in the tank. She can put on the bar exactly what she needs, I think.
Yeah, she's hyped up and she's locked in.
And I imagine to see a placeholder perhaps for Team Italy to see what they need to put on the bar. I think perhaps that's a sensible decision.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in such a tight battle for the overall victory, you almost always put in a placeholder holder deadlift, just not to show your hand to your competitors.
Yeah, so a placeholder is a deadlift that is higher than you're planning to take so that you can drop it down with one of your two changes after seeing your competitor make their lift. And what seems like a big shame is that I can't see Anderina Bichou coming out. And after dropping the bar on her foot on her opener, I'm a little bit worried that perhaps that might have taken her out the game. Perhaps she's taking a rest for her third, but I'm really not sure there.
Yeah, that's really such a shame to see something like that to happen.
And you know what? She might even secure herself silver without her second and third attempt, but that gold is off the cards. We'll have to see if she does come out for that third, but like you said, it is such a shame to see a fight be taken away from an athlete. We move into our final second attempt of the flight. And I've seen France put in a bigger number for their third, so I think she might potentially be coming out for it anyway. Marie van Daal from the Netherlands, 220 kilos. Moves her back into deadlift gold, heading into third attempts.
Yeah, just once the bar moved closer to her.
And of course, if she gets this and Bichou doesn't get her third, it puts her in a great position to push for that silver. But I'm a little bit worried about that lockout. It might be okay.
She was pretty much perfectly straight, just not far back enough. We'll see on the replay.
You can just see that from the side.
Yeah, it would probably be her shoulders.
No, can't see from that angle. There we go. Yeah, and she seemed upset as soon as she put it down and saw the light, so I think she knew herself. And that concludes our second round of deadlifts. We now head into the third and final round. Burton leading deadlifts at 217.5, followed by Van Daal and then Bichou. We now have our third round of deadlifts. Don't have time to look at the totals right now, but we will soon. Beatriz Fernandez from Spain, 177.5 kilos.
177.5, it will be a good lift for Fernandez.
The new personal best at that. We now have 180 kilos for Alex Loire from Belgium, taking a 2.5 kilo jump from her second. A pretty comfortable third attempt actually in the end.
Yeah, honestly faster than we expected.
Now, Teresa for last attempt at 182.5.
Teresa Molina Fresno from Spain, 182.5 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her second. Great. Final attempt.
Yeah, gives it a good go. Unfortunately not there today.
deadlift to change to 105. And I will have Leah Kearney, bars loaded at 187.5.
187.5 kilos for Leah Kearney from Ireland. That 180 was a mega grind. So let's see if she can pull through another 7.5 kilos for another personal best. This will be the grind of a lifetime if she gets it, and she'll be rewarded with a personal best of 187.5 and a new total PB at that.
Oh, big effort there, but unfortunately not there today. She still gave it a great go.
Attempting 187.5.
We now have Spartava Hanikarova from Czechia taking a 7.5 kilo jump also to 187.5. This will be a 5 kilo personal best for her should she make this, and leave her on a 462.5 total, a new personal best on total and on deadlift. Her deadlifts have been really quick so far.
Come on, one last attempt.
And it is still moving so quickly for her.
Yeah, great third attempt.
Kaya Goossens from Belgium, 190 kilos, a 5 kilo jump for a new personal best on total and on deadlift. This will leave her in 4th overall ahead of Hanikarova.
Oh, big 5 there. Oh, well, I was questioning the lockout, but at the end she dropped the bar. Great effort nonetheless.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was wondering if the lockout was enough, and then just as she got the down command, she dropped it, which is a shame. And we've seen a temp change come in from Van Douw, who raises her attempt to 225, where Bashu has dropped it to 222.5, looking to protect that silver, but also push for the gold with Burton, of course, to follow. Team France hoping that Burton misses that third attempt. Like we said, Italy with the advantage to be able to drop after they see what Bashu does on her third attempt. We didn't see her come out for a second after dropping that deadlift on her foot on the opener, but I think she will come out now for her final pull. And Irina Bouchou of France, 222.5 kilos. You can see she's wincing, she's in pain, but she still wants to do everything she can for that European title. Her last stab at it today. 222.5 kilos, and even with pain, she pulls through it. 3 white lights, a good lift, and what determination and heart for Bouchou to come out and do that. It is an emotional one, and you can see why.
She is in such pain. What a heroic effort.
Heroic is absolutely right. To come out there and pull not just a token deadlift, but for the win, potentially, with maybe a broken foot is incredible.
And the Italians can't actually lower their deadlift now because they have a lower lot number.
No, you're right. But seeing 225 go on the bar, I didn't think it was a placeholder in any case. Marie van Dal from the Netherlands missed 220 on lockout. Just not locked out enough. Has gone up anyway to 225. This will take her into deadlift gold. Bronze already secured. She can't push for silver.
Big fight there.
Locks it out again, but loses it on grip. Still walks away with deadlift bronze and bronze overall and a 500 kilo total. Not a bad day in the office whatsoever.
Not a bad day in the office, but somewhat surprising, at least on paper, our best deadlifter here. Taking only the bronze medal in the deadlift.
European Championship attempt for Jr&Jr. The bar is loaded for Team
Now our
Italy.
final deadlift of the women's session to move back into gold overall and to end up European champion Georgia Sylvia Burton from Italy, 225 kilos, deadlift gold and European champion. If she gets this pull, pulls ahead of Bashu.
For the revenge after the World Championships. Come on!
Oh, and it looks like she does not manage to hold on to it.
No.
And unfortunately,
Please, a big round of applause for Jr&Jr.
does not walk away European champion. And I'll tell you what, it is heartbreak for Burton, but I have to say, what a beautiful story for Bashu to go through all of that and still be able to say she did everything she can. She went through the pain, she got that final pull, and she walked away European champion.
Yeah, it was absolutely worth it. Bashu with a heroic comeback for her third deadlift after getting injured on her first one, her feet slipping on the platform.
And a quick summary now before we head into the men's. Van Dalen deadlift bronze, Burton in silver, and Bashu in gold. And overall bronze medal, we have Van Daal with 500 kilos, Burton just missing out on the gold with that final pull, 530 and 2.5 kilos ahead with a heroic effort after some trouble in her opener. Your new European champion and Arina Bashu from France. And what a session it was. Excitement all the way until the end. We had tears and we had celebration. And now we head through to another phenomenal fight in the 105s. And kicking us off, we have Niels Kippens from Belgium with 175 kilos. I imagine perhaps like his squat, we'll see this and then no more from him.
Yeah, this is a token lift for him.
And you can see even with that, he winced a little bit.
Yeah, it would seem his back is hurt.
But he got what he, came for with a bench medal.
Yeah, just gets a total to be on the board, and that's gonna be it for him. He's gonna be happy with the medal, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we've seen them X'd out already there. Now I have Mata Gabor Ali from Hungary, 250 kilos.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift for Kirali.
Aristotle with 270 kilos for Benjamin McIntyre and Aristotle.
$270 kilos for Benjamin McIntyre from Denmark.
A bit of a speed wobble at the top, but 3 white lights nonetheless for Sarnowski.
That's a good lift from McIntyre. We now have Kasper Sarnowski from Poland,
The bar is loaded.
opening on 275 kilos.
5 kilos for Kasper.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
No way. Bar is loaded.
275 kilos for Dennis Molud from Norway.
And really comfortable there for Molud.
25. The bar is loaded for Silvan.
275 kilos remains in the bar for Sylvan Heinen from the Netherlands.
Three white lights and a good lift.
85 kilos for Tom Hitchington. Bar is loaded.
Tom Kenchington from Great Britain, 285 kilos.
Good lift as well.
Three white lights and another good lift here.
Now Martin Vesta, 290 kilos. Bar is loaded.
290 kilos for Martin Brester from Germany. 30 kilos below his personal best. Nice easy opener there for Brester.
Good lift for Martin.
Three white lights, pretty comfortable.
At 290 kilos.
I had to check my eyes for a second there. I just looked at the scoreboard and McIntyre for Denmark has jumped 45 kilos to his
Clean up the bar, please.
second attempt.
Thank you, spoilers.
I had to double check, my maths isn't always on point. Well, looking forward to seeing how that unravels, but now we have one of the top two contenders, Björn Decker from Germany, opening on 290 kilos. Has a personal best of 322.5. And honestly, if Decker or Perez Barros misses one of their deadlifts, that could be them out of the game. Let's hope this is a nice conservative opener and both of them have plenty of room to grow.
And it seems conservative enough to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think plenty left in the tank. I think both teams know that they'll need to try and put something big on their third attempt to pull into first. Or to stay into first, depending where they are. Imer Hamish from Belgium, 302.5 kilos. In a great position for bronze overall.
Going for bronze, but paying for silver as well. More than ever in the battle. Madame is from Belgium. Easy opener for him.
Comfortable opener there from Hamish. And if Perez Barros or Decker miss any of their lifts, it could very well be Hamish in front of them.
305 kilos.
Yeah, it's a gap to build back into for Hamish, but we've seen weirder things happen for sure. It would be a big ask. Our penultimate opener now, Antonio Perez Barros from Spain, upped his opener 5 kilos, trying to keep ahead of Decker as much as possible. It's a personal best of 347.5, so still this is a conservative opener for him.
Absolutely flies off the floor.
And it is a good lift, 3 white lights, and Team Spain really can make a big jump here to make a statement going into second attempt. Now our heaviest opener of the flight, Spanish lifter Andre Castillon with 310 kilos for his opening attempt. Extremely comfortable, and it is a good lift.
Followed by Joker at 8:10, by Amish at 8:05, just behind Castillon, followed by Leicester. 6% for Mateka with 270 kilos.
That concludes our opening attempts. All lifters managing to get a deadlift in on the board. Castillon leading with 310 kilos, followed by Svenda from the B group, currently on body weight ahead of Perez Barros. And you can see how close it is up there at the top. Any misses will change that order. Perez Barros currently leading ahead of Decker, who is ahead of Hamish. We head now into our second attempts. And we have Mate Gabor Karali from Hungary taking a 20 kilo jump. And this is honestly when we start to see a lot more of these big jumps come to play in the competition.
Yeah, we're really seeing these huge weights are being moved, and you don't want to do a weight that is very challenging multiple times. So you take a very safe opener, big jump to second, big jump to third.
Yeah. And it's, you know, all about percentages as well. How these jumps in percentage compared to maybe one of the 66s jumping.
Absolutely.
We now head into our second attempt. Like we said, a 20 kilo jump for Mate Gabor Karali from Hungary to 270 kilos for his second attempt.
It's 3 white lights and a very nicely moving second attempt there.
now have Kasper Sarnowski from Poland jumping 15 kilos to 290 for his second attempt.
Still looking good for me. White lights.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
More weight gains. 200 up to 25. Bars loaded.
Dennis Morud from Norway, 292.5 kilos, 17.5 kilo jump.
And 3 white lights and a good lift.
200 kilos for Suvan. Playing.
Yeah, seeing some really nice second attempts so far.
Bars loaded.
Sylvan Heinen from the Netherlands taking a 25 kilo jump to his second to 300 kilos, just 5 kilos below his personal best. His opener was extremely rapid.
Come on. Great ball by Suvan.
Certainly slowed down a bit, but 25 kilos will do that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you ever try and go for a walk with 25 kilos, you're gonna learn it might slow you down a bit.
He's doing a perfect match so far. The bar is loaded for Martin.
305 kilos for Martin Brester from Germany. A 15 kilo jump from his opener.
Junior.
Pulls him into fourth overall for the time being. And into deadlift bronze with still 6 lifters left to follow.
Half gates. Lift.
His 3 white lights, he was a bit scrappy on the lockout, but managed to do it.
That puts him at 792.5, and I imagine he will very much clear the 800 mark on his third attempt. And to do that in your first year as a junior, 19 years old, is absolutely amazing. Tom Kenchington from Great Britain, 305 kilos, a 20 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah, it's a nice and solid second attempt there for Kensington.
SJr&Jr.'s second attempt. Already a critical second attempt. Chased by Imad and trying to chase Antonio. The bar is loaded from down there.
Björn Decker from Germany, 307.5 kilos, a 17.5 kilo jump from his opener. Pulls him into gold overall for the time being with Perez Barros to follow.
But he's not done yet, that's for sure. We count on him to fight until the very end. Up gets Bjarne. Big pull.
little bit of trouble at lockout, but manages to pull it through in the end, and it is a good lift.
Nice, 3 white lights for Decker here.
And if I'm being candid, I think Perez Barros would have to miss a lift for Decker to be able to put something on that he can pull ahead in. If Perez Barros makes his second and his third, I think he might be slightly uncatchable.
Even with just Barros' second, he's almost 20 kilos ahead.
Yeah. But Decker can definitely secure the silver if he continues to lift well. Benjamin McIntyre now, the 45 kilo jump I was referring to earlier, opened on 270, which I'm not sure if maybe that was a mistake or not. They were always planning to jump 45 kilos. I'm interested to see how this moves. I have a lot of questions that need to be answered. You don't even really see this jump in the 120 pluses that often, but wow.
And it's not even slowing him down. That was absurdly fast for a 45 kilo jump.
And what that's also done has put him in the mix for that bronze overall.
Absolutely. And should any one of the top 3 miss a lift, he'll be right there to try and get onto the podium.
Absolutely, and looking to make sure that doesn't happen, Imad Hamish from Belgium taking a 15 kilo jump to 317.5 to move back into bronze ahead of McIntyre and into deadlift gold with Perez Barros to follow, as well as Castillon.
There's 3 white lights and a good lift.
And it looks like McIntyre's put in for a 35 kilo jump to his third, which, you know what, now I do believe it.
It might not be a placeholder, actually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that figures out, because if Decker misses, that actually pulls him into silver. But for the time being, Antonio Perez Barros, 330 kilos, a 25 kilo jump to pull back into gold overall and into gold on deadlift, where he will remain as he is lighter than Castillon heading into third round of deadlifts.
And with this good lift, Perez Barros is quite a way ahead of the chasing pack here. We're gonna see how it goes, but
yeah,
he's in a pretty secure position here.
McIntyre would have to pull 356, which he can't because it's not a record. So he'd have to pull 357.5, which is a big ask. Andre Castillon from Spain, 330 kilos, a 20 kilo jump. Moves him into deadlift silver behind Perez Barros.
And a comfortable second attempt there for the Spaniard.
Yeah, very nice looking attempt. I'm sure he'll be pushing for a deadlift medal, where Perez Barros will be pushing for the win. And like I said, Perez Barros is really in a good position where somebody would have to put something pretty crazy on to beat him right now. It's a really big ask. 11 kilos on top of Decker and Hamish's already big third attempts. So we head into the third round now to see how it all unfolds. Mate Gabor Karali, 290 kilos, another 20 kilo jump.
Big fight there. Gers is just past the knees, but cannot go any further.
Now our final 10 attempts, all 300 kilos and up. Kasper Sarnowski from Poland, 300 kilos for his final attempt, a 10-kilo jump from his second.
Oh, can't hold on to it, unfortunately. He was struggling hard there on the lockout. Pulled the hips through somewhat, but he just wasn't able to hold on.
300 kilos in the bar now for Dennis Morud from Norway.
That's a nice looking third attempt. 3 white lights.
Yeah, very solid number choice there, third attempt. And we've seen an attempt change come in. Let's keep our eye on the board and see what that is, who it is coming from. Tom Kenchington looks like he's dropped his final attempt. So now will be Team GB with Tom Kenchington, 310 kilos, a 5-kilo jump from his second.
The bar is loaded for Tom. Come on, Tom. Last lift.
Big effort there from the Brit to lock it out.
Yeah, definitely the right number on the bar, I think there.
Yeah, that's a good lift. He got what he could on the day.
Yeah, I'm wondering perhaps if he just didn't have the best prep leading into this, because left with kilos down on all 3 lifts. But a phenomenal day anyway to take what he had. Sylvan Heinen from the Netherlands, 310 kilos, a 10-kilo jump for a new personal best on deadlift.
Valiant effort there, but unfortunately a no lift.
Looking at the attempts, if nothing changes and all final lifts are successful, it will end up that Bjorn Decker doesn't end up on the podium whatsoever.
Well,
And wouldn't that be something?
that would absolutely be something. It would take some crazy things to happen, but who knows?
I've seen crazier. Martin Brester from Germany, 315 kilos, a 10-kilo jump. Speak for a 10-kilo personal best on total.
Break the 800-kilo barrier. Oh,
And look, even without that final pull, 19 years old, still 4 years left in the juniors, and isn't that just something?
absolutely. Huge performance from the youngster there.
And as Bjorn Decker is leaving the juniors as the German representation for the 105s, he welcomes in Martin Brester, and it's a good handover, I think, there.
35 kilos.
And for his last pull as a junior,
Amish
currently sat in silver, not pushing for that gold. It's too much of an ask. Björn Decker from Germany, 315 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump from his second to do his best to stay on the podium with other people looking to push him off. And that is a lovely final pull from Decker. He has done everything he can now. All he can do is sit and wait. And like you said, some big things would have to happen for him not to end up on the podium. So we'll have to wait and see, but we can't count anything out quite yet. So I'm sure he thinks the same and will sit and watch to find out his fate. Imad Hamish from Belgium, the first to try and knock Decker down the list. 332.5 kilos. It would be a huge personal best for Imad. And this will take him into silver ahead of Decker, knocking Decker into bronze overall. Also takes Imad into deadlift gold for the time being from bronze. Wow. It is just not there today.
It is just not there today, and Decker and Hamish has risked a lot trying to do this.
And I thought we would see that attempt change come in. I imagine it's from McIntyre, but it may not be. Who knows? Maybe McIntyre going for the bronze instead of the silver. Yeah, we go. He's dropped to 332.5 in an attempt to now push Hamish off of the podium. So Decker is now safe, but Hamish is not.
And Castellon has immediately responded with 350.
He has. He saw no one else was going for it, so he thought he'd push for that big deadlift. That deadlift gold. 332.5 kilos for Benjamin McIntyre of Denmark. This will take him into bronze overall and deadlift gold for the time being. This will knock Belgium off of the podium. It is a big jump, 17.5 kilos, but not as big as his 45 kilo jump. So if anyone can, he can.
This will be absolutely massive. So narrowly misses it.
And the 45 kilo jump just perhaps took it out of him a little bit too much. As fast as it moved, 45 kilos is a big jump. And perhaps if they opened a little bit heavier, who knows, that jump could have been more doable, but hindsight is 2020 and we're not done yet. And with Castillon expecting McIntyre to miss, Andre Castillon has dropped 347.5, now in an attempt to push for that bronze medal. Takes him into deadlift gold from silver and to bronze overall. Team Spain looking for a gold and a bronze. He locks it out. I'm a little bit worried about the method he did it in.
Yeah, it's blue lights. He has supported the bar on his thighs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to get overruled. We're going to see again on the replay.
Yeah, it's quite clear there. The coach goes to the jury, but is immediately sent away. And it is a shame, but it means that Hamish is safe, even though two people tried to attack him there. Our final deadlift of the session, the new European champion, Antonio Perez Barros from Spain, 350 kilos for his final pull, already has deadlift gold, already has gold overall. This is to cap the day off with an 866 total and a new deadlift PB for phenomenal day he has had. Almost perfect. And that makes it perfect, I believe. 3 white lights, a good lift, and he could not have asked for a better day if he wanted one.
Yeah, Perez Barros absolutely smashing it today, cleaning up with the competition. Gives the crowd a little salute there as he goes off the platform, and what a day we have had here.
Yeah, so well deserved. You can see it means the world to him. And a summary of that session: in bronze, after a huge bloodbath, Imad Hamish from Belgium with 820 kilos. In silver, Björn Decker of Germany with 835 kilos. And your new European champion with a huge final deadlift and a new world squat record in the juniors, Antonio Perez Barros from Spain. We're going to head into the medal ceremony for the 69 kilos and the 105s, and then we will rejoin you at 6 p.m. local time for the 76 kilo junior women. We will see you then.
So the bronze medalist from Czechia with 182.5 best attempt, Svatava Hanikirova. The medalist from France with 197.5 best attempt, Andorina Bouchou. The new world record on squat for the gold medalist with 202.5, her own record that she dropped by 2 kilos. Silvia Giorgia from Italy. Benefits now. The gold medalist from Italy with 112 kilos best lift, the Giorgia Silvia. The silver medalist with 112.5 from France, Bouchou Andorina. The gold medalist, same amount of weight lifted, but heavier on body weight from the Netherlands, Marie-Josée Van Dijk. Thank you, ladies. Congratulations. Medals on deadlift now with 207.5 kilos from Netherlands. Bronze medalist is Marie-Josée Van Dijk. The bronze medal will go to Team Italy, 217.5 for Giorgia Silvia Verdun. The medalist with 222.5 best lift from France, Andorina Bouchou. The medals on total now. This year, the bronze medalist in the 69 junior weight class with 500 kilos from the Netherlands, Marie-Josée Van Dijk. The bronze medalist, the silver medalist, sorry, with 530 kilos from Italy, Jr&Jr. The gold medal is the European champion with 532.5 kilos from France, Antonina Kosovo. After being crowned world champion a couple of weeks ago in Malta, she is now European champion. Please everyone stand up for the national anthem of France. Congratulations. Once again, what a great show that was. Really. For the 105 juniors now, the spot medals. The bronze medalist with 307.5 from Germany, Jr&Jr. Germany sitting at the silver medal with 307.5 as well, Martin Wester. The new world record holder in this weight class with 336 kilos from Spain, the gold medal, Antonio Perez Barros. Thank you. Medals and benches now. The 205 best lift bronze medalist from Belgium is Niels Koopmans. From Denmark, the silver medal goes to Benjamin McIntyre with 207.5. Of course, the gold medal this weight class will go to Germany with Jr&Jr. 204.5. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on deck now. From Belgium, bronze medalist, 217.5 best lift, Imad Amish. From Spain, the silver medalist with 330 kilos best attempt, Andres Castellón. And of course, on deadlift, the gold medalist from Spain, 350 kilos best lift, Antonio Perez Barros. in a tight race in his weight class this year. The silver medal goes to Jr from Germany with 835 kilos. Congrats, Jr. And the European champion for one last time in junior in the 105 with 866 kilos, the man we call Antonio Perez Paro. What a great competition that was, and once again, congrats. Please stand up for the national anthem of Spain. Technical controller whenever he wants. So that concludes our 69-105 session. What a great session that was. Please, a huge round of applause for the 69 and the 105. Congrats to everyone. It was a great show today. And the show is not over yet because in 20 minutes we will go with the 76s, B group, and back-to-back home by the A group. See you in 20 minutes.